Hi guys, welcome back to Panama City in Panama. Let me catch you up on again the last few days. I forgot to mention before, when we were staying in Las Tablas, there's actually this big event that's been going on because the Pope is coming into town actually 2 days from now. So there's a lot of events happening. It's called La Jorneada Mundial de la Juventud. And so there's a lot of basically young people here from all over the world, different countries that have come to Panama. They have a lot of different events going on, and anyways, you just see like young people from all over the world, which has been pretty cool. Anyways, so the first night we stayed in Las Tablas, they had an event going on in the main little plaza there, and they had a little concert and stuff like that. So it all has to do with the Pope and the church and everything like that. All the events anyways. So we got to check that out. Had some good music, and then ended up spending 2 nights in Playa Venao. Like the whole reason why I wanted to go to that area was to go to the beach, and since it ended up being pretty far from where we're staying in Las Tablas, we decided to stay an extra night. So we're pretty much living out of our bathing suit and like one pair of clothing because we weren't planning on staying. We just originally were going for the day and literally had nothing on us. So it's pretty funny surviving a few days with like absolutely nothing and having to bathe in our bathing suits and like hoping they would dry because that's all we had before going to bed and stuff like that. So anyways, the first night after I last talked to you guys, we went to Selena, which once again is like the hostel that they have all over the place, which always has a lot of things going on. So that night, which I didn't know until later, they actually had a Latin night happening, so they were playing really good Latin music. Some people were dancing, we had a couple mojitos. And anyways, it's a really cool like area they have on the beach to hang out and stuff. So there's this one area where I found they had silks actually hanging from the ceiling. And for those who don't know, I did silks for the past couple of years, so climbed up those a little bit, but they were like kind of locked up, not really open for use. So I had to though when I saw it because it's been a while. So had some fun with those. They have some swings on the beach and stuff. So we hung out there the first night, and then second day on the beach, just Adele and I stayed. Our couchsurfing host went back to town, home, and that's when we rented surfboards. So we rented them for the day so we could use them all day. We ended up surfing 3 times that day, and the conditions, at least for me, were not ideal. The waves were really closing out. It was super windy. Definitely more like for advanced surfers, I would say, but I mean, I had to surf while we were there. It's why we went. So still took advantage of it and caught some waves, even though like it would have been nice to catch some more. But enjoyed hanging out at the beach. We got a lot of sun while we were there. It was super hot and sunny. It was hard to walk on the sand because it was so hot actually. So anyways, yeah, we got to surf a bunch. We actually got to play some volleyball that day, which was fun. And I don't know how or why, but I think someone had made a bet prior. And anyways, our team won, so we got free beer because of that. Someone bought it for us. So that was cool, got to do that. And then we also ate out because we literally, there's no ATMs or anything on this beach. Everything's cash only. Luckily, we took out some money in Pedasi, the town, before we got to Playa Venao, because at that point we knew it would probably be hard to get back the same day. So Didale and I were like, okay, how much do we have now to get us through like the next couple of days? So we were able to eat out that day. Anyways, and just share food. We got by fine. But then later that night, we went back to Selena. So they had a different thing going on all the time. And just by chance, once again, it was wellness weekend. So they had all these things going on having to do with wellness. And that night they had a cacao celebration, which I had no idea what that was, but of course was interested because I had no clue. So I had to check it out. We got there after it started, but later I just kind of jumped in there, and basically they had a DJ playing music for a couple hours, kind of like different spacey, funky African beat sort of music. Probably not what most people listen to, but it was good nonetheless. And people were just dancing all crazy, you would say, super hippie type of event. You know, like dance like no one's watching, just do your thing sort of thing. So anyways, at some point I just jumped in there, started dancing, and pulled Daniela in with me. And then part of the cacao celebration, which I'm sure they did earlier, they serve cacao but instead of it being chocolate, it's like in its pure form. The cacao is ground and blended with water. I don't know if they mixed chile or something in there because I thought it was kind of spicy. But anyways, it's not the same as chocolate, although kind of similar, but it's really bitter because there's no sugar or anything. So I was able to try some of that anyways. It's supposed to be really good for you in its pure form, besides having a lot of antioxidants and vitamins and things like that. And the whole idea of the celebration, which I had to read about because I really didn't know, it's like a heart-opening celebration, and the purpose is to have like an inner awakening, and anyways, just kind of let yourself be and like guide you on this journey, opening your heart, etc. Anyways, so we danced a bit, and then they closed the ceremony after there was a bonfire going on, and everyone was like singing, sitting around the bonfire, and some people sang a couple songs, and anyways, so super hippie, but it was cool to check out nonetheless. That was the second night, and then we headed back to Las Tablas the next day and got to do a yoga class actually though before we left, so that was cool. And basically after playing volleyball and surfing the entire day, we were super sore, so definitely needed that. It was good. Yeah, and basically headed back to town, decided to go from there like straight to Panama City so we could spend a full day here today. So we arrived yesterday, couch surfing again, and have been spending the day today around Panama City. Jadela went earlier to the canal, and since I had already been, I went to Panama Viejo, which is basically the original Panama City before it was later moved to where I am now, in Casco Antiguo. So got to learn about that. It's 1,500 years old. Got to see all the ruins and learn about, of course, when the Spaniards came. It was the first city they founded on the Pacific coast. Anyways, so it was interesting getting to learn about more of the history of Panama and everything that happened and how it was conquered and how the pirates came and all this stuff. So got to do that. Then later we met up at the fish market, which is not too far from here. Had some ceviche, and after that, again, there's all these events going on because of La Jorneada Mundial de Juventud. So later we were walking a little bit along La Cinta Costera, which is like the main walkway along the city basically, and they had pretty much a marching band going on, like people dancing, and there were all these, I guess they were part of, they looked kind of like military, I don't know. They're all first standing beside these flags that they have up over there, and then later they're marching, but it's cool just getting to see the events and things going on. And then now we've been walking around Casco Antiguo, so just checking out again more of the old city, and from here we might grab some beers later at a artisan beer shop or whatever you call it, La Rana Dorada, if we find that. I'm just gonna hang out and enjoy the last evening, and tomorrow Jadela leaves and I head to Ecuador. So let me show you a little bit of the views as usual, since I never got to record a video from here before. Now you'll get to see a little bit of the views. So nice skyline right there. Sunset's pretty soon. Down that way there's a market. Lots of stuff you can buy. And this way a little bit more of the city. It's really cute. Part of town. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think I remembered to tell you guys everything this time. But next time I will catch up with you guys from Quito, Ecuador. Talk to you then. Bye.